Kath, why is it important to shed light on rape during the 16 days of activism?
Well, the 16 days of activism is all about ending violence against women and children. And so it starts with the International Day of No Violence Against Women, and it ends on Human Rights Day, and it has World AIDS Day in the middle. And these are all issues that are extremely prominent for women. And of course, the most extreme form of violence against women is rape. And so every year during the 16 days, a number of different groupings all around the world. It's a global campaign, which is fantastic. So there's all this information and awareness and attitude change campaigns and programs that go on during the 16 days of activism.
Okay, and what is Rape Crisis doing during the 16 days of activism? What is your campaign?
Our campaign is called Stop the Bus, and it's our opportunity to go out into rural parts of the Western Cape, because we're a Cape Town-based organisation. About 2/3 of the population of the Western Cape are housed in the city of Cape Town, so it's appropriate that we have our offices there, but not to neglect people that live far away from access to resources and services. So annually on commemorative days like Women's Day, International Women's Day, and then obviously the 16 days, we take a bus. It's a minibus actually, but it's a bus, and we go out with a crew of 8 people. And we visit towns where we've identified a high risk for rape, either because of the police statistics or because we've had a number of calls coming into our offices from those towns asking for assistance of various kinds. So that's how we identify the towns that we go to. And then we do door-to-door campaigns, literally knocking on doors, handing out flyers, inviting people to come to gatherings. And we have a number of different ways that we bring people together. The one is a community workshop where men and women from the community can come together to find out more about how the criminal justice system in their area functions, and how to use it, and how to complain if it's not working properly, how to access their rights. And then we also hold a networking meeting for members of the criminal justice system, because it's very important that all the different links in that service chain, from reporting the crime to the police, to forensic examination at the health facility, to testifying in court, all flow into one another and communicate well. And what happens is that these role players are far flung over a particular rural area, don't often have opportunities to come together, and then don't deal with some of the critical issues. So we bring a little bit of funding into the pot to mix it around. I mean, I think it's one of the big failings that in South Africa we don't have enough incentive for these kind of multi-stakeholder engagements. Right. So that's one of the things that we try to encourage. And then often these towns are holding their own campaigns, open air events, marches. Sometimes one year we actually went to a banquet with the South African Police Service. So everybody's getting involved, and we participate and take our banners along and bring our numbers to that. And then each day we update all of our activities on a blog that gets followed by people all around the world.
That sounds really great. How long will the bus be traveling for?
The bus will leave on the 24th. On the 25th and the 26th it'll be in Bredasdorp, and on the 27th and the 28th it'll be in Swellendam, and then just after that it will be in Barrydale. So those are the 3 towns. We don't visit a lot of towns because that dilutes our efforts, but those are the 3 towns. They're very nearby to one another. And then when we come back into Cape Town, we're having a series of community dialogues in Manenberg, and that's where we'll kind of bring the bus home and welcome everybody, have a ticker tape parade, and welcome them back into Cape Town.
That's great. And how can people become involved in the campaign?
People can follow the blog daily and comment and send support to the members of the bus crew. We'll be utilising community radio stations and newspapers on the way. So if people can support in that way through their voices, that's really important, because obviously amplifying the message and sharing with people what are the things that help us bring down the rate of rape in South Africa, that's how we make change. But obviously not everybody's an activist. If you'd rather be a slacktivist, you can just donate money. So we have a URL, and people who want to support the campaign with funds, you know, that every little bit helps. So that's the way you can show your activism at another level, which is also very important.
Okay, and what's the address for the blog?
The blog is, you'll find it off our website, www.rapecrisis.org.za. I think that's the simplest one to give.
Yeah, and you can also donate
yes,
at that website.
Exactly.
Okay, perfect. Great, well thank you for joining us.
That's a pleasure, thank you.